What's up, world? It's rcpartner here, back in with another video. I just want to go over something that seems to be an issue for roller champions players, which is long queue times. Now, I think this has a couple of factors to do with the long queue times and why you're experiencing that. The first main thing, and this is like kind of an obvious one, but it's the issue of maybe there's like a bug, maybe there's an issue with the matchmaking itself. Now, I've heard mixed things that this has been fixed or that things have been better, so that could be the first main issue. But the real issue is my take on it is that the MMR is probably the first main factor. Now, if your MMR is extremely high, if you're in the top hundreds of players, you're going to have a hard time finding games, really in any game. That's why a lot of people smurf, is because their ranked queue times are so long if they're in the top 100. Also, if you're in the lower end or in the maybe even top 500, you're going to have longer queue times as well. So your MMR is really based, people think like never played ranked before. You still have a MMR. I mean, this is how SBMM works. Skill-based matchmaking it takes into account basically a hidden number, and it aligns you with that number. I mean, this is how computers have to work. They have to register something, so it could be more than one number. However, the SBMM system works within that game. For roller champions, it seems like it's all just based on an MMR number, whether it's hidden or displayed to you through the rank system. Next, we'll go into the second factor, which I think is based on your location. You can even check out YouTube views. You could check out the Twitch streams. You could check out Google Trends. I'll even show you some Google Trends here. Most people that are playing this game are in the EU. Now, it doesn't mean that NA doesn't have an audience. This game has a lot of EU players, and this is again backed by Google Trends. This is backed by YouTube. This is backed by Twitch statistics. So this is very analytical. It's not just my opinion about it. It really just has a smaller NA audience. But it doesn't mean that the NA audience isn't existent. It just has a smaller audience. But that doesn't mean that you won't be able to find games. It's just that NA audience will have a longer queue time, mainly. Hopefully it'll pick up eventually. I think once it gets more mainstream eyes, it will pick up. The next main factor is your platform. If you've noticed, even on the top 100 leaderboard, it's mostly PlayStation guys. A lot of people on the PlayStation platform play this game. It's a sports-based game that has a lot of players. A lot of the sports gamers are known to be on the PlayStation platform. An Xbox or PC gamer, you might have a longer queue time. I've noticed that Xbox may have the longest. It seems like there is a decent PC player base, so maybe Xbox is the one that's having the main issue there. But hopefully, again, once this game gets mainstream eyes, that will alleviate that problem. It's just the main factors that I think that are playing into the long queue times. Now, what is the fix for it? Well, I've heard to restart at 5 minutes. I've heard a multitude of different things that you can do to fix this. Again, uninstalling, verifying files, reinstalling, or even just canceling queue and going back in. But let's say if you're an NA player and you're on the Xbox platform, you're probably going to have long queue times, and that is hopefully something that it's either bugged that they can fix, or hopefully they can get more attention to the game and get a larger player base there. Other than a few fixes of either uninstalling, verifying files, as I've said before, canceling queue once you reach the 5-minute threshold seems to help as well. Other than that, there's not too much you can do, and this is just me listing out the factors for you to take into account, and a couple fixes. I also have some fixes on my channel. I really would appreciate a like and subscribe. Honestly, it helps the channel more than anything if you guys like the video. But anyways, it's rcmods out. Deuces.